Hey everyone, and welcome to another week for ATTR 798. I'm really excited for this week because this week is where we begin all of our official materials, our IRBs, and kind of working through the process of being able to get your projects started. So there's a lot to do. I had to make a cheat sheet to be able to look at all of it. Please make sure that you note that this week will span two different sections within Blackboard. So make sure you're clicking in both of them. On the second week, we do have all the assignments listed for the one that's in the previous one. So everything will be there, will be pretty easy for you to find. This week, you will be turning in your final SOP. If you haven't already gotten feedback back, you'll be getting that back very shortly, and just being able to modify and continue to put in some of those small details of things that people commonly are missing. There is a bi-weekly memo that is due on Sunday, so please make sure that you are working diligently on that. If you have not spoken with your advisor in the last little bit, make sure that you reach out to them because it'll be imperative that you have a meeting set up if you haven't already done it. We are having a collab session this week, and it'll be important for you guys to attend. And so this is tomorrow from 10 to 11 a.m. Dr. Powden and I will be on for that, and so there'll be a link that all you guys can just click and get into for Zoom. As I said, we've started IRB this week, and so you'll have to go in, we can show you guys in Blackboard how to sign up for an IRB net profile. So it's pretty easy to do. We have examples, but you will need to make sure you go in and sign up for an IRB net profile. This week, you guys will be responsible for Form A, numbers 1 through 9. This is a lot of basic information about what the project is. And so if you see on the Blackboard site, there's a commonly listed people, so you'll have the core faculty on there. If you are doing any sort of research that is going through the NATA, you must utilize Katie Scott as a research assistant, and it has to be that. I will have her information up there, and so you guys can just copy and paste that into Form A. If you are having any external faculty on it, you must go in and put that information. And so if you want to reach out to your primary research advisor, that would be the great spot. So for me, for example, people who have Dr. Walker on their research team will need to reach out to me and get her contact and basic information to put on the IRB. So every person who's responsible for seeing the data must be listed on the project. You'll also have to do either Form B or C, so depending on if your research is expedited or exempt. So if you have a survey that is going out to people, so for example, what you do is you just send out a survey through the NATA that there's going to be no interviews, no collecting of names, no lab data or person-to-person data, then you would be the exempt form. If you have research that requires either traditional lab research or if you have qualitative interviews, that will be an expedited review. Those of you who have an exempt review, please make sure you go in and look. The IRB informed consent pages just changed, and so it's mainly just kind of wording and kind of moving some stuff around, but it's not that much different, and so make sure that you go in there specifically for that and take a look at the changes that you have. One thing I do want you guys to make sure you note, in your informed consent, there have been multiple numbers for the IRB net, so please make sure the last 4 digits are 3088, and so we had issues with students in the past because the number did change. So again, the last numbers are 3088. I think that's all the big things for this week. It is a really heavy week, and we're going to be really on the grind for the next few weeks. So at this point, you should have your research materials completed. Dr. Powden and I will be on a sync sesh tomorrow from 10 to 11, and we'll be able to answer any questions. So if you need anything in the meantime, please reach out early and often. Have a great week, everyone.